Freedom of Thought quotes. I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. Voltaire, attributed. Freedom is the freedom to say that 2 + 2 make 4. George Orwell. To think is to differ. Clarence Darrow. The most courageous act is still to think for yourself. Aloud. Coco Chanel. Without freedom of thought, there can be no such thing as wisdom. Benjamin Franklin. Do not fear to be eccentric in opinion, for every opinion now accepted was once eccentric. Bertrand Russell. He who opens a school door, closes a prison. Victor Hugo. The essence of the independent mind lies not in what it thinks, but in how it thinks. Christopher Hitchens. You have to be free to think before you can be free to act. Margaret Mead. Think for yourself and let others enjoy the privilege to do so too. Voltaire. Intellectual freedom and critical thinking. Dare to know. Have the courage to use your own understanding. Immanuel Kant. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. Man is not what he thinks he is what he hides. André Malraux. The mind is not a vessel to be filled but a fire to be kindled. Plutarch. All truths are easy to understand once they are discovered, the point is to discover them. Galileo Galilei. To know what you know and what you do not know, that is true knowledge. Confucius. A wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. Bruce Lee. All men by nature desire to know. Aristotle. Reason obeys itself, and ignorance submits to whatever is dictated to it. Thomas Paine. The price of intellectual freedom is eternal vigilance. Adapted from Thomas Jefferson. Philosophy and rational inquiry. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. Socrates. A man who has committed a mistake and doesn't correct it, is committing another mistake. Confucius. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Aristotle. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge. Stephen Hawking. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Albert Einstein. There are no facts, only interpretations. Friedrich Nietzsche. Doubt is not a pleasant condition, but certainty is absurd. Voltaire. Nothing is so firmly believed as what is least known. Michel de Montaigne. Science is what you know. Philosophy is what you don't know. Bertrand Russell. A little philosophy inclineth man's mind to atheism, but depth in philosophy bringeth men's minds about to religion. Francis Bacon. Freedom and society. Liberty means responsibility. That is why most men dread it. George Bernard Shaw. The function of freedom is to free someone else. Toni Morrison. No man can be free unless he is independent. Marcus Tullius Cicero. The free communication of ideas and opinions is one of the most precious of the rights of man. Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, 1789. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety, deserve neither liberty nor safety. Benjamin Franklin. If you want to be free, learn to think freely. Stuart Mill, paraphrased. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. Mahatma Gandhi. The liberty of the individual must be thus far limited, he must not make himself a nuisance to others. John Stuart Mill. Civilization is the process of setting man free from men. Ayn Rand. True freedom is the right to be wrong, not the right to do wrong. John G. Riefenbacher. Mind, consciousness, and enlightenment. When the mind is free, the body is delicate and nimble. Lao Tzu. In the Republic of Mediocrity, genius is dangerous. Robert G. Ingersoll. Philosophy begins in wonder. Plato. The more I read, the more I acquire, the more certain I am that I know nothing. Voltaire. A mind stretched by a new idea never returns to its original dimensions. Oliver Wendell Holmes Sr. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. Reading makes a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. Francis Bacon. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. Aristotle. Man is condemned to be free. Jean-Paul Sartre. The mind once enlightened cannot again become dark. Thomas Paine. Thank you for joining Starship TV for the Philosopher's Walk. If you like this content, please like and subscribe.